Okay, let's continue with question 12. The figure below shows two squares. You have got the first smaller square. You have got the big square, which is 1:4. So let me just write out the ratio. The small one to the big one is 1:4. And they tell you that the area of the biggest square is 64. So the biggest square is 4 units, and they tell you is 64 centimeter cube or square centimeter, I'm sorry. So you have got a 4 units that is equals to 64. Okay, 1 unit, common sense, 64 divided by 4 is going to give you a 16 centimeter square centimeters. Okay, so we have got the area of the bigger one, which is 64. Okay, we have got the smaller square, which is just 1 unit, and is 16. So these are area, by the way. Okay, now area of a square for the square is 64, and you know that in a square there are 4 equal sides. So the question is, when we do an area, we do a length times a breadth equals to 64. What then is this number and this number? Remember, squares have 4 equal sides. So this number over here has got to be the same. Has got to be the same as this number over here. So go by your times table, you will know that 8 times 8 gives you a 64. Now you do the same with 16. You have got a length times a breadth gives you a total of 16. And because squares have 4 equal sides, so this number has to be the same as this number. And if you go by your times table, you will know that this is actually 4 times 4. Okay, so the perimeter is out. Now, if you know that the entire long side here is actually 8. This whole thing here is 8 because the opposite is 8 too. Okay, so the whole thing should be 8, and there's already a 4 here, which means that this part here is also a 4 centimeter. And going by the opposites, this part here will also be 4 because opposite says is 4 centimeter as well. So 4 centimeters and 4 centimeters here, 4 centimeters here. Okay. Now the question is asking find the area of the shaded part. Now the shaded part in my worksheet here is not very clear, so I'm going to just shade it back. Now you will find that this somehow looks like a triangle, and if you know, a triangle goes by a base and a height. Okay, now this is, by the way, 8 because opposite sides 8, this is also 8, and you will know that the base over here is a total of 12. So the base is equals to a 12, and the height is equals to a 4 over here plus a 4 over here, which gives you a total of 8 centimeters. Alright, now to find the whole entire triangle, okay, you might wonder, I'm not finding the whole triangle because there seems to be an empty part here. Okay, why not let's just find the whole entire triangle first, and we will see how we can go from there. Half times base times height gives you a 48. Now you know that this whole entire triangle is 48. But out of this whole triangle, you will find that this white color part doesn't belong to part of the shaded figure. So we will have to take out the white shaded part, which gives us a total 48 minus, now what is the area over here? The area over here, simply 4 times 4 gives you a total of 16. Okay, so a 16 is the white unshaded part, which you will want to take out, which leaves you with the answer 32 square centimeter. Okay, so that is the working. So you will find that I'm actually lumping a ratio question with triangle question in the exam, and this can be possible as well. So the answer 32 square centimeter. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. I'm moving a little fast because we don't want this video to drag the size of it. Now, in a cinema, each row had the same number of seats. So there's this guy called Hilmi. I'm just going to call this guy Hilmi. He sat on one of the seats, and to his right, there were 8 seats on his right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to his left, there are 12 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, not a very good drawing, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So, can you see in one row, there's a total of 12 on the left, a total of 8 on the right. Now, including himself, which is 1 seat, one row has actually got altogether 21 seats per row. Okay, now let's move on to the question. He says that there's altogether 12 rows in front of him. So there's going to be 12 rows in front of him and 6 rows behind him. Okay, 6. Now, how many rows are there total then? 12 rows in front plus him, he's sitting on 1 row, that's 13. So 12 rows and 1 row that he's seated on plus the 6 rows that is behind him. This gives a total of 19 rows. Okay, if you know that in each row there are 21 seats and there are altogether 19 rows, including his own row that he's seated down. How to find the total number of seats? 21 seats per row. Altogether there are 19 rows. I multiply them. I will get answer 399 seats. Okay? So the idea over here is to see if you can understand why do I add a 1, because this guy, Hilmi, is sitting on 1 seat himself. Okay, so Hilmi himself, you have to consider himself as 1 row. You have to consider himself as 1 seat as well. Although there are 12 on the left, 8 on the right, and 12 rows in front, 6 rows behind, altogether 19 rows. Okay, so you notice pictures sometimes can replace models as well. So don't be fooled every time you have to draw models, not necessary. Okay, now let's go to question 14 very quick. Now this is an NSP question. A 2 unit is equals to a 4 unit of the bear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an elephant, and this elephant is going to be 2 units. And it's equals to 4 units of the bear. Now, to make things equal, I must make sure that the sizes of the bar that I'm drawing is going to be the same. But in this case, instead of 2 units, the bear has a total of 4 units. Okay? Now, the elephant has a total mass of 7. So I've got to draw a 3rd one, a 4th one, 5th one, a 6th, and a 7th. Whereas for the bear, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The total parts is 5, which is a small 1 unit. Okay? You notice 1 unit on top is twice the one below. So what do I need to do to make them all equal? I have to cut all the big units into 2 smaller units. Okay, so now they look better, all equal parts. Elephant is 189 kg heavier, so this difference over here is 189 kg. Okay, so let's count how many units is that. 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. 9 units is the extra units that gives 189 heavier. So common sense tells us we need to find for 1 unit. It will be 189 divided by 9, which gives a 21. The question is the total mass of the elephant and the bear. So the total units I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 units in total. So that will be a total of 19 units. Multiply, each unit has 21 kg. Answer 399 kg. Okay, the answer you realize is the same as the previous question, 399 as well. If this kind of things ever happen in the exam, do not panic. So long you have very nice numbers like this, 189 divided by 9 doesn't give you a decimal, you are safe. Okay, alright, now let's do one question. Question 15. Okay, let's go on to question 15. Now, question 15 says this. Mr. Ong baked a total of 234 chocolate and vanilla. And the ratio of chocolate to vanilla is 1:2. Was 1:2. Okay? And you know that this is a total of 234. Because the 234 refers to chocolate and vanilla. So 3 units, we know, is equals to 234 because combining chocolate and vanilla is 3 units. Common sense tells us we need to find for 1 unit, which is 234 divided by 3. That gives us 78. Okay, very interestingly, we know now the chocolate has 78 and we know that the vanilla will be 2 units. So let's find 2 units. 78 multiply by 2 gives me a total of 156. Okay, now the problem is Mr. Ong sold 96 vanilla. So 156 is no longer 156. I got to minus away a 96 because it was being sold away. Now the question is, was there any change in chocolate? Chocolate is still 78, whereas vanilla, because it has been sold already, so you would get an answer of 60. Okay, now you will need to express this new ratio in the simplest form. Now if you remember, we said this, are we able to type ratio into our calculator to help ask the calculator to simplify for us? Yes, it can be done. Okay, just imagine 78 is to 60 is the same as 78 fraction out of 60. Try pressing this in the calculator, 78 numerator, 60 denominator, and you press the equal sign, you will get a very, very nice number, which is the answer over here in the simplest form. But of course, whatever answer you have in the simplest form, put it back into ratio. This will be your answer, which I'm not going to tell you because I want you to work out trying using your calculator. Okay? Okay. Let's move on. Okay, this video is getting a little bit big, so I'm afraid I might need to move and create a 4th video to end off our paper. So I'm going to see you in the 4th video. I know I didn't ask you all to watch 4 videos, but there's going to be this 4th video coming for question 16 onwards. So I'll see you in the next video.